Alpes-Maritimes, south of France, sun's out, amazing trails. 10-time world downhill champion, Nico Vouilloz. We're doing a pro bike check. This is a prototype Overvolt team. So the production bike has a 475 chainstay. This bike has a 455 chainstay, right?
Yeah, right. I adapt the Shimano engine, which is really compact, so I was able to move it more on the rear and have a different geometry, different seat tube angle, and make it even better in downhill.
Okay.
Stuff.
So what's the Shimano involvement then? You're a test rider for Shimano?
Yeah, I became a test rider for Shimano, and so it's why I really like this Overvolt Carbon. I take a good part in the development on this one, trying to make a really easy bike, handling bike, you know, light at the steering, like a normal bike, try to be close. Yeah. And so it's why with the Shimano engine, who is 1 kilo lighter than the Bosch one, it's even a bike is even lighter.
Yeah. Do you think weight is important on an e-bike? Does it, you know, do they need to be lighter?
Yeah, for sure. And the most important, it's weight distribution.
Okay, should we go through your bike setup?
Yeah.
Let's start at the front. Now you've got a 180 fork on this, not a 160, right?
Yeah, it was more for the geometry because I never use really the 180 mil, but it's more for the position. I really set my bike like a downhill bike with a big travel at the front, some soft compound Michelin tire, okay, front and rear.
So you've got an Enduro tire at the front and a downhill at the back?
Yeah, downhill, heavy casing, yeah. E-bike, it's heavy, and I like to have something safe and strong.
Because you've got a downhill tire on the back, that lowers the bottom bracket as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm around 340, 42 mil, so quite BB. Low, on the
okay.
BB.
Carbon wheels I see you've got here, Nico?
Yeah, carbon, 33 mil inside. Yeah, we just work on a carbon wheel, try to make something strong and stiff, and it's affect less than a normal bike because with the weight it's okay. Even if the wheels are quite stiff, yeah, you feel less, and you need a precise bike for me in e-bike with the weight.
So this is 32 spoke wheels, and these are Lapierre wheels, right? These are kind of prototype Lapierre wheels?
Yeah, it's like soon in production with a 2 mil spoke.
Brakes are super important on an e-bike.
Yeah, I didn't receive my new XT4 piston yet, but I have a big rotor in 203, and for sure I will put the 4 piston. I'm not a heavy rider, so even with the XTR it works. But
it's always 203, right?
It's always 203 front and rear. Yeah.
Di2 gears, you're on the Di2 gears in this bike.
Yeah, it's quite fun to use this gear on e-bike because it's managed by the main battery. Yeah. And it make a bit more modern, and I like it with a big cassette as well, 46.
Yeah. So what chainring do you have?
34 at the front, 46 at the rear. I like to climb steep parts, so I need
yeah, I mean that's the whole part of e-bike.
Yeah.
Right? All-round ride.
Exactly.
Into the details, you've got a Truvativ Descendant bar there. What is that? 760, 780?
Yeah, 770. Like
770.
In between.
Bit of detail on the grip here. Is that a hand?
Yeah, my broken grip. Yeah, no, just because I have a poor wrist, and I try to have a more inline position. So I move and I try to make something to absorb more. I'm really struggling with my wrist. And
you have your levers quite far out, I see, and different on one to the other.
Yeah, a bit different. Yeah, the front always closer than from the grip than the rear.
Right.
You know, you have because of your.
You don't want to use too much of it. And the guards, new style guards.
Yeah, always. I use it for bushes. I like it. It's like a bit moto style, and I like it.
Let's move down to the shock absorber. So no lockout or anything. It's quite a basic. What shock have we got in here? We've got a.
Yeah, it's a Super Deluxe from Rockshox with a piggy bag. Yeah. I mainly use in uphill the trail mode, so in between position, just less movement and yeah, more traction and yeah.
Okay, Nico, wrapping up, you got a Garmin here. You use it a lot?
Yeah.
Cover a lot of miles?
No, just to play with Strava.
C-post, and so you got a what have you got? One?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I'm a bit in between 125 and 150, and what I'm doing is 125, and I set a bit lower my eye position. Yeah. Because the same in e-bike, you try to climb technical things, and if you are a bit low, 1 or 2 centimeters, it doesn't affect your position.
Perfect. Great. Oh, cool. Come on, one thing. Pedals. You're in the clips.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I haven't.
I have the feeling it's even better in e-bike because bike is heavier. So when you want to move over the rocks and just play with your bike, with the clicks, it'll help. And with the flat, and even to pedal, the flat pedal are big, so you can hit the rocks, and it's not the. It's really I'm not used to able to use well a flat, but I think in e-bike it doesn't help so much.
Nico, thanks so much for going through your pro bike check. Yeah, so for any more EMBN content, the channel, how to climb, big adventures, click down here.
I'm going still.
Okay. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Signing out from South of France.